Okay, can humans leave this earth to go home with this body intact? I've been told to expect this soon, going home.
So it is Orion Council here. One moment, thank you. We understand the question. How you transit your energy body is complicated. You have several layers to who you are. You are always interacting with these layers. You're simply not aware of that fact. And now you are asking, Orion Council, can I please move my physicality to another dimension? We understand the question. How you transpose this vessel is a direct request to your other units of consciousness in the other dimensions that you work with. Say that you have work to do in those dimensions. You must request assistance from your friends, because you both work in this way where you have agreements with one another for what you need to learn in your experience. In this experience, you are enjoying your physicality, and you believe that you need this physicality in another experience. It is not always the case. We see that people are upset about losing physicality because they are enjoying it. That is why you are having this upset. You are really much enjoying your physicality. We understand the question. How you move throughout dimensions is a physical process also. Many of you wanted to know this. How can I move into fifth dimension? Because I want to be physical in fifth dimension. Many of you feel there's a rule. It is physical or it is non-physical, because that is your understanding at this time. Your current understanding is it is either physical or it is non-physical. You do not see the in-between layers. You do not understand light body. You do not understand plasma. You do not understand etheric beings. You do not understand it because you have not had the experience, or you are not remembering it. We say you must release this fear because Creator has lots of magical abilities, and you have forgotten that Creator has the ability to create planets. So, do you think that Creator could simply forget about your physicality and how it was made? Do you feel that it is finite? Oh, many of you say, yes, Orion Council, things are created and destroyed. That is the nature. And we say, you believe things are either physical or non-physical because that is your current perception. And you have forgotten or you have not had the experience. We will answer the next question. Thank you.
Hello, Orion Council. Any advice for humans who feel stuck with indecision of what move to make next?
We feel that many of you are wanting to appreciate a part of yourselves that allows for greater energy to come into the vessel. You are a wonderful, wonderful collective within yourself, and you understand that when you get more energy, you have allowed for it to happen. Priests from other dimensions have come into this physicality, understanding this. They saw the potential for learning, and they came here. And some of you are these priests. Where is a priest to work in this reality? Our channel has wondered many times. Where is there space for such a priest from outer space? If you understood your purpose, you would say, Orion Council, there are tasks that I must complete here while I'm in physicality on this earth. And I want to leave at times because I'm from outer space, Orion Council. And some of you are so focused on outer space or this planet, you are not sensing all the other options. You don't know about the smaller parts of yourselves, and you are not aware of the potentials for this planet. Sometimes we suggest that you go within yourselves and see what is to be discovered. It is not so confusing when you see the divine self. Alright? That is our answer. Thank you. It is meaning that you are allowed to leave it or not. It is options. We understand it as a practicing. Many of you would say, I practice leaving my physicality at night. So let's do that in waking state. And you say that's a game, and you say that's channeling, but it is not the same always as channeling. Some of you leave physicality very quickly and you come back, and you're not aware that you do this because you are doing it so quickly. And you say, well, Orion Council, it's relevant because I need 1 hour to do this. I need 1 hour to do this. I don't have the time to practice these sorts of games because life is busy here on this planet. If you are from 5th dimension, moving into 3rd dimension, you come from lots of options and you say, I want 3rd dimensional experience because I enjoyed the way they see things either or in that dimension. I want to experience this perception that humans are having. And you say, Orion Council, we have options in 3rd dimension too. We can choose between polarities, and we can choose between focusing on self or focusing on others. And we can choose to focus on not well or well, and we can focus on physical or non-physical. It is great, this 3rd dimensional way of being. And many of you say, well, I believe there's something else to this. I feel there are some answers that have not been given to us, and my intuition tells me that if I keep moving forward, I will be provided with more answers. I will be given opportunities to understand creation, and I will learn about the infinite potentials of who I am. If you understood other dimensions, it would not be so much of a death concept. You see, many of you feel death has to do with leaving one dimension. You will die. That is what you think. I am dead if I leave 3rd dimension. You think it is all heaven and one other burning place. That is in your programming from many lives. We say it is not so polarized. Where we come from, it is not so polarized.
Orion Council, what is the best thing to do when feeling disconnected from others and things around us? Thank you.
You are not disconnected at all. In fact, you are more connected than you ever were when you are sitting and focusing on the love within yourself. It is a very nice idea. Many of you say love meditations. You feel even more connected. So we want you to know that there is no such thing as disconnection. It is your perception of connected or disconnected. Thank you. We will answer your next question.
Hi, Orion Council. On a planetary level, is there certain points we need to focus more on to send healing energies at this time? I know a lot of us are being guided to move and travel to certain places. What else can we do to help build the crystal cities of light?
You must worry less about cities of light and crystal cities and focus on your city where you are now. Are you enjoying it? Are you happy with your situation? Do you want to visit another place for ideas? Are you wanting to practice communicating with others in other cities? Do you sense that there are energetic openings all around your planet? Are you aware that people are in constant communication with other dimensional energies? Do you know that there is a great love on your earth that has existed for many centuries? And it is not disappearing. We understand that many of you want to see a different reality. And some of you say, Orion Council, I've been there and I've seen it. There are many ways that you can focus your attention and you have options. It feels uncomfortable because you are told this is how you must be. You have been told for a long time on this earth how things should unfold, and you are directed in ways that you are not aware, because you say Orion Council, it is programs, yes, and we understand it as programs as well. There are so many programs, and many of you are changing them. Become aware of what you are changing now, and trust that when you are expanding dimensionally, you will have a new perception. Be open to this idea. Thank you.
How can I better connect with and activate my ability to pull in clearer information on how to help shift the energetic focus in our communities to a healthier, more sustainable platform, which will better prepare us for future transitions?
You can focus on peace energy within your homes. You can focus on elevating yourself when you are at work. Recall your capability to understand dimensions and perceptions. Ask yourself, what is it that you are creating right now? We get a time for ourselves where we come together and we say, are we ready to communicate with this earth? Are we ready for it? And our group says we are ready for it. Ask your people, are they ready for what it is you are creating? Are they ready for it? A simple question. Are you ready? And people say, yes, I am. If you understand the relations that you have to one another, you begin to sense that others have a similar way of believing in potentials. You have much in common with one another, more than you know. You feel separate because your lifestyle is different, but you are very similar in so many ways. You have a great chance to see the patterns that you have been living, and now you are wanting new experiences. And some of you say, Orion Council, where do I place the crystal? Oh, what gateway needs my crystal active? If you get a crystal and you are wanting to do some kind of energy work with it, ask yourself, how do I manage all these potentials with this one object? I feel so empowered doing this because I've taken the time to focus on my sense of things, and I have taken the time to focus on how we are all so similar doing this around the planet. Many of you are hiding your crystals and you are feeling worried that someone will find them. See how similar you are to one another, and you will relax and you will allow for higher consciousness. Thank you.
I become afraid when I start to feel connection. The fear is holding me back. What is the wisdom I need to not be afraid? I'm always afraid that something negative is going to happen. I'm also nervous that being afraid attracts negative entities. I want to connect like I know I'm being asked to. But how do I not fear the feeling of the connection?
People have a practice on your earth where they chant out loud in groups. They have successfully achieved higher elevated state of mind through this chanting with each other. And many of you are at home by yourselves and you listening to one another on a device. If you could see the person on the other end, you would understand that they have similar fears before recording their voices, before broadcasting. They feel nervous, they feel tense, they feel, what if that person listening through that device is rude and cruel? They have similar thoughts, and some of you sit there and you say, well, I don't I don't really grasp this lesson here. I must be less than important. I must find something wrong with that one because I'm not in a peaceful state of mind. I must find something wrong with this because things are just not working here. Some of you are so aligned to sensing feelings of others that you are quite confused at times, and you say, well, if we are all one Orion Council, why is it I feel this way with that personality over there? Why do I feel this at that time, and why is it changing? Why, Orion Council, does my energy field change around that person at different times in my life? Some days are good with them, some days are not good with them. It's just very confusing. I wish for it to be always the same, but we are telling you that in your agreement with yourself, you did not want it to always be the same. If you are in a state of fear, you have a very strong drive to do something differently. You have a very strong perception and you say, I must choose a different path. This is not right. This is not right here. Some of you say, let's do chanting in a group. That will help ease the fear. And some of you say, listen to this radio show. I guarantee you it will take you out of that space. And some of you just run. You just run and you don't know when to stop and where you are going. But you know you have to run because that's what you do when you are in fear. Some of you have this emotion, and you have an emotion of uncertainty because you're not used to sensing so many different emotions, and you understand that they change. Just as one experience can be a good movie and another experience can be a bad movie. Why is that good and why is that one bad? That is the feeling you are having. You are learning to understand your own systems, and you're also learning that others are very similar and they have good days and bad days and movies that make them very angry too. Do you all have to watch the same movie together? Do you all have to have the same emotion on the same day? Do you have to practice in big groups and to make noises? There are many options. That is our answer. Thank you.
What are some ways to figure out or know for sure one's galactic heritage and ancestry?
Our answer is wake up and smell the roses. That is our answer. Hello, do you understand our humor, friend?
Yes.
Alright, well, do you care to elaborate, because we feel that you know how to do this, and we sense that you have done this many times in this lifetime.
There will be a video on this, so they will find my channel. Thank you.
Oh, you know that you have a wonderful channel, so it is. And we will answer the next question. Thank you.
Okay, so protection, transmutation tools for empaths and highly sensitive beings. What does the council recommend?
We recommend that you honor your sensitivity and you go outside and to an empty space with your mind, because you take on energies and you let go of them. And we say stop that, go outside, be quiet and stop energizing what you don't like. Go outside and stop it and let go for a moment. Request assistance from higher self. Forgive yourself, because you are involved in a multi-dimensional process right now. It is not just, oh, Orion Council, I woke up today and I ascended multi-dimensionally. I ascended and I had my breakfast and that was what I did, and now I'm having anxious moments. No, that is not so simple. It is a multi-dimensional process. There are many factors involved. You all feel so responsible for this galactic work taking place. You do not ask for help from star family, you do not ask for help from animals, and you don't ask one another for help. And we say, sometimes you can help yourself by asking other beings, do you have an answer for me? Do you know why I'm feeling this way? And before you do this, we recommend you stop thinking and be quiet. Because in some moments you get answers without having to be on your devices. Sometimes you have divine inspiration, and sometimes you receive templates and codings in your mind, and you say, how did I know this, Orion? It's not possible. I'm only a third-dimensional being who feels badly and works all day. Who am I to get help? And we see these thoughts that you have, and we forgive you because we love ourselves. Thank you. It is nice to communicate. How are you? Thank you.
Excellent. Ready for the next question, Council?
We feel that you have a great energy this day. We appreciate and we thank you for your communications with Orion Council.
Thank you. Okay, next question. What do you feel when you feel anxious? And what is anxiety?
It is a practice. Anxiety is a practice. It is a practice for how to put others first, and it is a practice for how to forget about your own energy body. It is a practice for getting caught up in understanding why someone else is having emotional changes. Orion Council, is that true? Because I have the anxiety, not someone else. We say, go outside, take a moment for yourself. Receive the answers that you need. See if you feel anxious. Many of you believe that you are like the animals and you have an anxious nature. You say, some of us are predators and others prey. And this is also the conditioning, as with the prior example of a heavenly place and a burning one. Many of you have been very much living in these ways of thinking for such a long time that you do not see the other dimensions. Oh, that is correct, Orion Council. I am not yet seeing the angelic beings around me. That is a good point. I think that will help my anxiety. And we say, if you recognize that your planet is full of energy exchanges and is full of help at all times, and if you see how you are all connected, you would let go of the fluctuations faster. Some of you fly in airplanes and you say, it is turbulent, but a pilot says, all right everyone, turbulence, now put on your seatbelts. Take a moment to relax and sit down. Do not run around. Do not run around this craft because it is turbulence time. And some of you say, now it is time to panic. Oh, now it is a great time for panicking. The pilot says, I understand what is required here. Simple preparations. If you are having anxious moments, you have not prepared yourself. You are unaware of what is happening, so you must stop it. You must stop trying to understand. And that can be a very spiritual meditation. Thank you.
Ready for the next question?
We are ready for the next question.
With Uranus and Taurus, there's a lot of destructive energy present over the next 7 years. Albeit positive change that can come from this destruction. Can the Council give any elaboration on the energetics that starseeds will be experiencing during this astrological period, and what we can do to help with the coming changes?
Accept change. believe in greater perceptions. Learn to become a pilot amidst your thoughts, amidst an emotional experience that is shifting your emotions. And understand that there are times when planes are at rest. There are times when the planes are not flying in the A pilot goes home, and a pilot sits down, and a pilot eats its breakfast, and it reads books, and the pilot walks around shops in the stores and thinks about things. That's what a pilot does. And some of you feel that you are to be something else. We say you are not accepting of who you are at this time. And that is where change is difficult. When you say, do you know what? Everyone says that I must be a singer. So I have to be that because that is what they tell me. But you do not feel that you are a singer. So what do you do? Learn to navigate your own feelings. Take moments of rest and understand what it is that you are focusing on. Don't focus on what everyone else is focusing on. Focus on what you are focusing on. A pilot is not focusing on changing their pants. A pilot is focused on flying. That is simple, and many of you are forgetting these facts. This is the energy. Thank you.
Is the council ready for the next question?
Yes, we will answer a few more questions. Thank you.
How do we navigate our desire to be successful while helping others through our passions and gifts and the desire to relinquish selfish goals?
Many of you are worried about your financial situations. It is a constant worry of many people on your planet. Some of you feel you do not have enough, and some of you feel that you have too much. And some of you don't have finances because it is not something you are concerned with in this incarnation. And some of you cannot believe that that is true. How can someone not be concerned about finances? We are on the planet Earth. If you were to look at your bank statement now, how would you feel about it? How would you sense your own spiritual progress looking at your bank statement? We will tell you how many people on your planet respond to this. Some of them say, money is not real, it's an illusion. And that is how you step away and you go outside and you are quiet. And then you come back to your bank statements and you say, well, you know, if no one finds out, I will spend this on something that I enjoy very much. No one will know about it. I won't tell them because it's not spiritual to be honest about how I spend my money. It's not correct, so. If you would look at the planet as we are looking at the planet, you would see that some say, what bank statement? I have someone who looks at my bank statements. Orion Council, I do not need to look at my bank statements. That's funny that you should suggest that I look at them. What are you saying? Are you predicting something, Orion? Try me. The way you sense your own infinite potential should reflect in that way as well. It should show you that your practice should show you that this is a bunch of numbers that says you can do this with yourself now. Here we have a collective agreement that these numbers here allow you access in this area, but the truth is sometimes you don't get what you want, even with all the money. You don't have it. And many of you complain to us and you say, Orion Council, I want to be channeling. How much to channel? And some of you say, Orion Council, I want to be an extraterrestrial. How much for a surgery? And some of you say, Orion Council, how much will it cost for me to leave this planet because I'm tired of this? It's so boring. I just shop all day long. I have nothing. I have nothing else. And there are those of you who say, oh, Orion Council, if I could only have a day where I did not worry about my bank statements, just do your magic and allow for me to have a shopping spree. I just want to know what it feels like to do whatever I want to do. And we say, you can do whatever you want to do at all times. You simply did not allow for the higher energy to come in. And when you allow for higher energy to come in, we guarantee that your perception will change. And when the higher energy comes in, we guarantee that you will not have focused in that same way, because the higher energy knows exactly what is going to bring you higher enlightenment and a greater option, and the feeling that you can choose now, and the feeling that you are at peace. There is no anxiety with higher energy. There's always a knowing and an understanding. And some of you cannot grasp this because you are so used to being in a polarity of this or that, and it's either or, and you have all kinds of emotions about it, and you say, some days I'm feeling elation, and some days I'm feeling depression. And you are not accepting that you have a wide scale of feelings at all times. It can change, just like your bank accounts. Sometimes you have less, sometimes you have more. There's a wide range of money and money numbers and things you can do with yourself and your energy and your manifestation and creation. Some of you are moving so quickly in this reality that you blend your consciousness and you leave your physical vessel. And you do it so quickly that you didn't recognize it. Oh, Orion Council, now tell me, who does I blend consciousness with? Was I channeling before? You said I left my body. Where did I go? These are the questions you should be asking. We are happy for that fact. So it is.
I've experienced the ability to manipulate matter, situations, and this reality into unlimited higher realms, and also interdimensional travel. What can be done to enhance this ability, and what can we do to help the Orion Council?
We are very grateful that you would ask us these questions, because you are saying, Orion Council, I have been to a wonderful place in my awareness, and I have found a pathway to this greatest excitement that I've ever had before. And then you say, Orion Council, I feel so great in this alignment that I have something for you. And we wish for all at this time to show up for themselves in this way. Ask yourself, what can I give to myself now? I have found this place. I have went and I have traveled and I have succeeded in retrieving something that I did not feel before. And I'm so full that I can give to anyone. We say, now is a wonderful time to give yourself something. We say, travel again, plan for another adventure, keep going. Do it again, show us how you did that. What is it that you are doing that makes you so excited? Show us, we want to know. If you understood our perception, you would say, Orion Council, you are all really, really nice people. And many of you are missing this on your planet. You say, I don't see nice people here. Orion Council is really nice, that's why I listen to Orion Council. I don't see it. Well, first of all, if you are kind to yourself, others will begin to follow your example because of your excitement for your own love of who you are. They will want to know, how did you find that place within yourself? And you say, well, I got so excited with my self-love that I actually went into another dimension for a moment. And some will say, I don't believe you because my bank account says 5 cents. I can't believe it. And you have to help that person if you want to help that person. But don't forget how to travel to this place within yourself in order to transpose the physicality. We love you, so it is.
Thank you, Orion Council.